Welcome to my channel. I am Art Walker, the man behind the machine, and today I have planned to do, well, I didn't really plan it. I was just thinking maybe I should just do a quick one because I did a couple already today, live streams, and today I am doing a live stream on drawing the nose. Yeah, this is a funny drawing actually. I just put it, I drew this a long time ago. And it's just of some young lady. I think she was in America. I think she was a criminal, actually. But I just liked her mad hair and her look. She had this really hard look. And I thought I'd just use this image as a bit of a starting image, so to say. So as you guys know, and girls, I do this for free. So all I ask you to do is hit the like button and share the live. That's all I ask. So it helps me to push my work, and it helps to get me more viewers and so on. So I do it gladly. I will be transitioning towards YouTube. So this video will be recorded and I will upload it onto YouTube. So if you miss it or if you get in late, you can definitely see it there. If you don't know what I usually draw, I draw faces, I draw bodies, I draw body parts, and I do a lot of tutorials explaining basically, so for example here, the thigh, how to best draw it and so on. So I use my skills in that way. Today we're going to study the nose, the human nose. So here we go. We'll start with a blank sheet of paper, and I like to do my little warm-up and ask the question, does anyone in the room not know how to draw noses? Who is really struggling with noses at the moment? Who is really struggling with drawing the human nose? Anyone in the chat? It's a quiet chat today. How you doing? How are you doing? It's a quiet chat today. Not many people in here. So there we go. There you go. So I'm going to help you out. So as you can see, I'm just doing some random lines just to get myself in the groove, warm up my pen, even though it's running out of ink slightly. Good. I'm good, mate. Thank you very much. So what I'm going to show you is some basic steps, all right? So like you see here, I've got some basic elements, right? So you have to imagine the human nose, like so. Let's start here in the corner. And if anything, can you please also draw along? Please draw along. Draw a straight line like that. And when you've done it, let me know. Am I an artist? Killing? I'm not really. No, I'm just someone that can draw quite well. I'm just someone that can draw quite well. I'm not sure. I can do it anytime, really. I've done one the other day. Good. So now, roughly at this position, draw another line. Thank you for the awesome gift. Awesome cats or whatever they are. So now we've just got a cross. So now we're going to do another one. Do another cross like that. This is our framework, right? So we're going to use this for multiple noses, in fact, right? So we've got our upside down crosses. So now there's a couple of ways, right? There's a couple of ways, but we're just going to do it one way at a time. We are going to draw a circle here. In fact, here, right on the center of that cross there. FID. I don't know what that means, FID. How you doing, Happy Art Corner? What are we learning again? Noses. We are learning to draw the human nose. So if you like what you see, please hit the like button. Mazzy, how you doing? Nice to see you today. Has everyone drawn that? Kim, how you doing? Everyone's appearing now. That's good. Everyone's slowly jumping up, waking up. Oh, my camera's a bit dodgy today. Oh, I know what it is. It's just the framing. There you go. I don't want that dodgy camera, the light at the top. No, I'm not doing faces. I'm just doing the nose. I'm sorry. I don't mix the tutorials. Because then I'll end up drawing feet, fingers, hair, everything. And then I'm just like the Google. I'm just like, I'm going to ask that guy to draw this for me so I don't have to ask anyone else. Can't do that anymore. Thank you, Warren. Is that? No, I'm not sure. No, my cousin's name is, his son's name is something else. So, is everyone happy with that? Everyone got across like that? So now, what we do is add a U shape here. This is going to be the quickest tutorial in the world. A U shape. How you doing, Maria? Happy is happy. Happy is happy. That's good. Everyone done that? I'm just going to give you a moment. Yes, Zach has got it. Now we're going to add a smaller circle. However, I'm going to tilt it like that. So it's more of an elliptical shape, yeah? Like so, yeah? So add one here that meets the side of our existing circle, and then one here. Try and get them the same size, not like me. Do it properly, not like me. And then, Mazzy, what are you doing? What are you giving me all these gifts for? And then we simply add another ellipse here. And we have a nose. Drop the pen. For the new car. Yeah, true. Yeah, I needed. No, I've got my car's all right. But if you're going to buy me a new car, how many, what are those TikTok things? How much are they worth? Like 7p or something. This is for your new car. You're like, what? 7p? I'm doing good, thanks. Olena, thank you very much. Unreal, mate. I'll tell you. Did everyone see that? That was the shortest tutorial in the world. I've just shown you how to draw a nose. And no one is even saying, oh, thank you. Oh, my hero. There we go. Now, look at that. That is a fantastic looking nose, if I say so myself. There you go. Tutorial's done. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all in the next live. Goodbye now. You're drawing? I didn't know you could draw on that. Yeah, we're doing noses today. So we're going to do it again. We'll do another one again, right? So look, circle or spherical object. Oops. Bang in the center, not like me. So do that. Do it again. Oh my gosh. Well, now you guys have to, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you have to. You have to. Because these gems are game changers. Right? So you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you now know how to draw noses because of my skills. Lord, you see, this is what I like. This is my kind of crowd. And if you're not subscribed to me, even on TikTok, you should. If you are sitting there watching and I'm not going to subscribe to this guy, he's annoying, then you don't have to stay on my live anymore. You can go to somebody else's live. That looks so easy. Thank you. Hey, look at that. There you go. Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much. There you go. Loads of happy customers. So look, we'll do it again, right? That should be in the center. But then what you have to do is play with it now, right? So we add our U shape here. You don't have to add elliptical shapes here. you can make it round, you can make it slightly rounded, or you can make it slightly squared. Like, let's go slightly squared, like so. And then we add our nostril again, and we've got a totally different shaped nose. Do you see that? So what I'm saying to you is experiment with the shapes. Hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel and my TikTok. You have to. If you are in my live and you haven't done that yet, that is not nice. So, look at that. There you go. Perfect nose. And then all you have to do is add some cool shading. And then it's pretty much wow. Look at that. There you go. You're welcome. I ate my teacher. You are more than welcome. Anyone else now know fully how to draw noses? And thank you for putting me on the For You page. This is insane. Thank you. Are you following me? Extra nut. I said, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. What I'm showing you guys are the basics. I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that I'm not showing you yet. And it's important that we grow together, right? So you know I'm doing this for free, and you know why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to inspire the young kids of today to learn to draw. Not be dependent on gadgets and stuff like that. That is why I'm doing this, right? Good. No, I'm not doing hands, Marcus. Marcus, if you go to my YouTube channel, you will find me talking about how to draw hands. I think I've got about 3 on there. Look it up on there. Guaranteed. Thank you, Alicia. You're more than welcome. You're 53. I am. Guess how old I am? I'm older than you. Glenn, I'm older than you. I'm still learning, my dear. I'm still learning. I think it's a female. I think. There is I don't know if I haven't posted the perspective one yet, but I'm gonna do one. I'll do one maybe tomorrow. Right, this is what I like to hear. Oh, you're 64? No, I'm not 64, and I'm 55. 55. There you go. And I've been uploading a few. I can do it on my own. And I did that all morning and pretty much all afternoon. So I've got maybe 40 videos there. So you literally see what I'm doing in these videos. So the one that was asking about hands, you can find them there. Right. So let's just finish off. These noses here, right? So what I tell people as well is if you draw, oh, let me get my other pens. If you struggle with symmetry, right? Let's not jump too far ahead. If you struggle with making the nose symmetrical, what you do is you draw this coffin shape. You see that? Draw this coffin shape everywhere you want to draw your nose, right? And say, for example, what I'm going to do is let me draw my coffin shape even longer and thinner before we start getting into the side or drawing the nose from the side. So now I'm drawing my coffin shape longer and thinner. So the principle is exactly the same, right? You don't have to get stuck with drawing only circles, right? So say, for example, here, I'm going to draw an oval shape. And then I'm going to add some very small nostrils. we have a totally different shaped nose. I don't know if you would want a nose like this for an illustration. Maybe you do. But that just gives you something to work with. Totally different shaped nose. It could be cool. That goes to show you how flexible it is. So we've gone from quite traditional to slightly rounded. And then what we're going to do is I am going to go kind of weird now. So let's go like so. I'm working within these lines, as you can see. I've got my nostrils defined. And then we have a different shaped nose. I'm just going to say a different shaped nose. Like so. Maybe you could call it a slightly more pointed nose. And you can play with that. You can do whatever you like with that. But remember, this coffin shape is really good for defining and helping you to draw your nose symmetrically. Yeah? Anyone got any questions about that? I'm happy for you, Kiwi. I'm very happy for you. I ate my teacher. You are more than welcome. Okay, you're a colorist. Okay, cool. Just subscribed. I made your day. You made my day. And this is all going to help. We're helping each other, right? As I said, I'll do it gladly. I do it gladly. So all it is a subscribe. Keeps me enthusiastic because I think, okay, I'm doing the right thing. You know, it's a win-win for us all, right? And then one day I can start my own YouTube channel and stuff like that. Why not, indeed? Yeah, well, you're going to have to play with it. You're going to have to experiment with it. Oh, it's gone. Something, it started jumping. I've got to... You should link your YouTube. Yeah, my YouTube is linked on my TikTok channel. It's right at the top. Oh, maybe I should link it here. Is that what you mean? No, it's here. It's written here. It's actually written there. I don't know if I need to put any more. Can you draw? Can you?
How you doing?
Can you draw?
I'm good, and you? Good.
Well, yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna get to that point. We're just doing it stage by stage. Take it easy, Leia. Take it easy, right? We do it from the front first, and then we will work on the side. Yeah, and if you're drawing a face, if you place this coffin on the face like this will also help you to draw your faces a lot more symmetrically. You see what I mean? Because you've got your center line of the face and so on. And then we have got a lovely selection of noses. Yes, I will be. I will be. And if you are not subscribed to my YouTube, you should do. Just some random guy. Random. I can't read that. I can't be bothered. It's too long. Male tutorial. I did that today actually, but sometimes you might see a repeat of the tutorial because some people like to see the specific date. So the one that you see, the latest one, people might be looking for that today because they watched it this morning. That's why I've got some repeats, but they are all very different. It's good. Yes, I have 513. Well, that's nice because that means a lot of people have jumped onto it. Well, maybe four. So, cool stuff. have a tournament coming up and I want to know how to draw an olive tree. No, I can't help you there, mate. Sorry. Oh, don't worry. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, mate. I'm not going to repeat everything again. So do you know? Yes, we're going to get there. I'm just reading through with the crooked nose. Yeah, we can do that in a minute. And then the noses look... Yeah, thank you. Thank you. How long? I've been doing this for 10 months. I've been doing... So sometimes my early tutorials were a bit shaky, but I'm getting good now. I find that I'm getting my flow. That actually makes so much... That's it. They're coughing. Just remember the coffin shape and you're laughing. That's the only thing you need to remember. So, 10 more messages. Hold on, people. I will be subscribed to your YouTube. Thank you, Nelsie. I'll call you... Just call you Rando. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, because that is far too long for me. Thank you very, very much for the gifts. I didn't say that earlier on. Glyn, much appreciated. Natasha, happy corner. And I can't read your name, but you got a nice photograph, by the way. And I'm going to call you Rando. That's right, Rando. Thank you again. It's so hard. It makes me want to give up. Oh, why? What's so hard? To draw the nose? No, I don't stream on video. I don't stream on YouTube yet, but I will be. As soon as I find out how to work out the cameras. But obviously, I've got a lot of followers here on TikTok. So I'm going to try and steer you all in that direction, if you understand what I mean. Drawing noses. I will be doing an eye drawing tutorial very soon. Your art is incredible. Thank you very much, Kiki. So, happy noses. Right. It's good. Okay. Let's get on with it. So, I'm going to ask you guys a question. What shape is important when we want to draw a nose? What shape did I say you should remember? What shape? I don't know what an animation... EO. Coffin. There you go. EO. Pay attention. And new. Pay it. And no circles. Coffins. No. Right, let's do it again. Once. Just do it once. So we need a coffin shape. What? As well as the coffin shape, what do we need to use? Very important. Even more important than the coffin shape. What are the first two strokes? There you go. Boom. There you go. How you doing, Milan? So that is important, right? I'm not going to draw it again, but I'm going to show you here. Don't ever forget this cross. Right? Oops, it should be in the middle. That's my fault. It should be in the middle. Right? Remember the cross? It's going to sound very religious. And you have to remember the coffin. So there you go. It just seems to work out that way. So we've got our cross. And then we've got our coffin. So this is the Art Walker way of drawing the nose. So let's not forget that, right? And then obviously you can vary your cross and your coffin shape for whatever reason. Huh? EO, don't worry. If you go to my YouTube, I think I've got about 3 videos on eye drawing there. 3. So you need to get onto that, subscribe to that and get onto it. So we said the cross, I'm going to write it here just so you guys remember, is here. And then we have our coffin. Unfortunately, we're going very religious today, is here. These are the basics, but do it in the center. This is really bad. This is really bad. That is bad. It needs to be here in the center, right? Please, please, don't be aggressive. Can you draw? Yes. Well, you could actually say, as opposed to a coffin, you could say it's a diamond shape. Do you see what I mean? You could actually just say that's a diamond shape. But it's just an easy way to remember. Either a diamond shape or a coffin. Pretty much the same, right? So how you doing, Daniel? Nice to see you. So now we are going a little bit deeper. If we've got our nose shape here, I should have done it in the same color. I'm going to project these lines across here, right? Because we have, and I'm going to swap the pen actually. We have center of the nose. We add our U shape. I'm just doing a generic, very basic nose here, right? I'm adding my ellipses here and here, tilted, right? Roughly the same size. And then we add our nostril and our nostril here. So we've got a pretty nifty looking nose, right? That is pretty spot on. And then we can add the bridge of the nose and so on. So now what we need to do is project these lines across for everything. Because these lines will help us when we want to draw a nose from the side. Obviously I haven't got a face here, but roughly I have to draw a circle from here to here. So let's draw a circle from here to here. Like so. That represents the front of the nose. We add our ellipses to the side here. Excuse me, the U shape here. Forgot the U shape. And then I add my elliptical shape here. And now I have a nose from the side. Drop the pen. Thank you for the heart, Kate. That's really nice of you. I hope you're following me, Zach, because I've got many tricks like that. You'd love my feedback. I can't do this bit on the nose. What bit on the nose? Feet you can find on my YouTube. And I literally did that today. I posted one today. How to draw feet. How to draw noses. And this one will be also on my YouTube channel. Did everyone get that? Did everyone get that? Look at that line, is not very straight, is it? Just realised that line's far from straight. I'm getting a bit hungry actually. My concentration's going. Yeah, good. Okay, so look now, we're going to go a little bit further. So, coffin cross. So now, if we draw our cross, like so, then we continue to draw our coffin like this. Is anyone starting to see what I'm doing here? Is anyone starting to see what I'm doing here? Thank you for the follows, by the way. Changing angles. There you go. Ski, you see? You just had to be patient. So, this is running through the center, right? We try and keep the distances roughly the same. I'm adding, this is a circle, right? This is a sphere. So when we draw our nose from the front, it looks like a flat circle, but it's a spherical object. We have to be clear on that, right? So we're going to center our sphere onto our crosshairs here. No. Why no? Nose. Yep, you're right. And then we add our U shape. And then we add our ellipses. And then we have our nose from an angle. Isn't that lovely? And then we can add some details. No, I don't know, Kentaro. I'm sorry. I'm a legend. Cheers, mate. And that's how you have to do it. That is simply, and what I would suggest you do now is simply draw your crosses. And then you may want to continue to draw your coffin. Not your coffin, it just sounds a bit weird now. It sounds a bit weird. Not forgetting that this is flat. What we've drawn here is flat, right? So what you have to do is you have to give it a thickness. So for example, from the side, it would look like this. Do you see my point? That's what the nose would look like from the side. Because we've got this angle here. So we have to imagine that the nose is projected upwards, like this. So we've got like almost like a elongated pyramid. Is everyone getting that? Thank you for the follows, by the way. It's exactly, it's like a kite, but this becomes more like a pyramid shape, a stretched pyramid, right? So that's what you have to understand. Here it looks a little bit flat. Here is very flat. These obviously are just frontal and side projections, right? So now here we're just doing the same thing. We add our sphere, we add our U, and then we add our nostrils. And look at that. Kim, Mazzy, drop the pen. I'm flexing now. I'm flexing. I'm not doing anything more. I'm just going to flex now. I'm good. Thank you, Nelsie. Thank you very much. There you go. Look at that. And all you have to do is put on your fancy shading and whatever else. And it's pretty much, look at that. That's pretty cool. Obviously, if you do this with a pencil, you could get rid of all these guidelines, right? This is normal. I use the pen purely because you guys can see it better. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of both. Hobby and my hobby and profession, so to say, yes. There you go. Drop the pen, mate. That's like the drop in the mic. What can I say? Done deal. So, if you want to draw a crooked nose, I'm going to try and stick to the same colours. If you want to draw a crooked nose, you need to just work it out what it looks from the front, what it looks like from the front and from the side. And then you've got your framework that tells you, I don't know exactly what type of nose that you want to draw, right? But then I've just noticed something. If you want to draw a really crooked nose, you tip this line here. You see that? I tip that line there, as opposed to having it here, straight. Oops, where's he gone? So I've tipped that line. So now look, 1, and then we're gonna go 2, 3. It's not very crooked, is it? It's not very, it looks, yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It looks a bit broken, more like a broken nose. There you go, we've got a nose. So let's fit one into here. I'm going to fit a nose into here. And because I've tilted that line, the center stays the center. And then I'm going to put the nostril here. I've skipped a few levels here. There you go. And then we now have a variation on a crooked nose. I'm not sure exactly what type of nose you wanted, but you can see if you play around with these angles, you can tilt the nose, bend it and stuff like that. Obviously you can broaden the nose, you know, when you change the shape. So we're going to add our coffin. I'm trying to stick to the color scheme. We add our coffin again. Let's go really wide, right? So we're going to go really wide here. Like so. So this is more like a comic nose. And then what I'm going to do now, if I've got my coffin like that, we've got a broader nose here, right? Now what I'm going to do is, as opposed to having a straight line here, I'm going to have a bent line here. I'm going to bend it slightly. You see that? Right, so oh, I've done it wrong actually. It should be here, excuse me. It should be here. I've actually drawn it on top of the line when I should have drawn it in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that underneath a little bit. I should have done that. I don't know what this nose is going to end up looking like. Looks a bit butchered. So we've got a nose with very flared nostrils, with huge nostrils. I was playing around with that a little bit. I don't know if anyone would want a nose like that. I did actually lose my way here a little bit. That should have been in the center. So this is not a very good example, unfortunately. But, you know, you never know. You see sometimes you see characters with noses that are a bit larger than normal. So, let me see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, well, then, obviously, you're a broken nose, right? So, say, for example, it's funny, I've never drawn one, actually. But I would use the same principle, but if we're going cross, and then we go coffin, like so. And then all we have to do is we could actually even shift the nostril, the nose. Let's shift it. Let's see what happens, because I've never drawn one before. I'm going to shift the nose here. So it's literally off center. I want it to be off center. I'm going to keep my U at its center point. I'm going to add my ellipses again. And then we can add our nostrils. So now all of a sudden, yeah, it does work actually. It does work. Because this is shifted here, we can now add the bridge of the nose where it should be. And now this nose looks slightly broken. That's what happened to me, actually. I broke my nose, actually. And my nose is a little bit crooked, unfortunately. When I was training, I bumped into someone's head and it broke my nose. Not a very nice feeling. But there you go, we've got a broken nose. And then obviously we can add a lot more detail to it. Don't forget your shading on the underside of the nose, right? So don't forget your shading on the underside of the nose. And we've now got a semi-broken nose. So thank you very much for the gifts, Kate and Lunix and Jimbo. So hold on, have I missed anything? I think I've missed quite a few things. It looks like a real nose. Your drawing, and thank you for the follows. Looks natural. Good. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a long time. You've been busy. Busy man. Awesome. So is everyone happy with that? Is anyone struggling with anything? Yon does well. This is I can't guarantee that it's going to look right every time, because look at that. That was pretty rubbish, if I'm honest. That is a really not a good nose. But this is what I would encourage you to do. Just experiment. You have to experiment, because maybe you're going to design a character or something, and it does have a strange nose. You know, you have to experiment with it. And obviously, I would look at real noses and try to work out, how could I draw that? How could I draw that real nose? So if this is our coffin shape again, we're just using these lines to help guide us. And then once you understand that coffin shape and use it as a guide, then you can even draw noses from underneath, because you understand where everything belongs. And as you can see, I skip a few ellipses and stuff, because you just kind of know instinctively where everything goes after a while. Like so. Bridge. So it looks good. Yeah, these are good guidelines, right? Use these guidelines, because it can happen. You start drawing something, you think something's not right, but when you've got your guide, and especially if it's a symmetrical face, then you can say, oh, I know where I'm making, we all make mistakes, and I know where I've made that mistake, and then you can correct it. Because like if you like this nose here, I made it look broken on possible, and I shifted it on as well, on purpose, I should say. So this is how you can play with the design. You can play with the nose shape as well. You start to have a bit more control over what your nose actually looks like, or the nose that you're drawing. I don't know if I've posted that yet. I haven't. I'm not sure if I've posted folds yet. Don't think I have. I've got a lot of videos that I have to still look through. This was useful. Good. So if you are not following me, maybe I've earned your follow. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, please do, because you'll find all of my videos there. It's exactly like this one, and this one will be posted. I'll try and post it later on today, just if you want to watch it for a recap. I have to find, I've got about, I don't even know how many videos that I have to look at. It all takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Loreen, thank you. Oh, that's nice, Loreen. Thank you. You're more than welcome. And thank you very much to everyone that is now following me that wasn't following me before. I appreciate that. I can't comment on. I don't know if it looks bad when you take the guidelines away. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. What are they? What are... Yeah, portraits. I don't do portraits. That's quite tricky. Possibly. I'm not sure, Zach. I'm not sure. We'll see how we get on. I've got other things that I want to draw. I draw what I want to draw first, unfortunately. Matu, what do you mean? What are they? What do you mean? I don't understand your question. Are you looking at something in your home, or are you looking at what I'm drawing here? No, I don't. I have, that's another video I haven't posted, but I would like to put a little bit more homework into doing hair textures, actually. That's something I have to do myself. So, I haven't, it's probably going to be in the future. I've been drawing other things. I have to say I haven't got a structure with regards to when I do things. I just do it on instinct. Good. Okay. Got through the messages. Good. I think we've pretty much covered everything, or not. What do we think? Has anyone got any questions about what we've covered up until now? And then obviously pay attention to your shading as well, right? So you can shade up the noses quite nicely and they look pretty cool. But it's a short one. Well, it's not too bad. Well, still an hour. So we've invested some good time into it. And I think we've got some good results. And I will be posting this on my TikTok. And I will also post it, the whole video. So if you've missed anything and you would like a recap, I will be posting that also on my YouTube channel. Good. I'm going to wish you all a lovely day or evening. Yeah. Oh, you missed it. It is wholesome. I'm fortunate. I've got a good little collection of friends on my TikTok channel. We're a good bunch. We're a good bunch of people, and we're all learning together. I'm doing well, mate. How are you, Cams? A snubbed nose. Oof. I don't know. I think you have to look at a referral. You need to get a reference. I mean, you need to get a reference image. It's important because I don't, because your vision of a nose and mine are totally different. And I would have to see one to really work it out. And that's what you can do. Grab a newspaper or magazine and sketch the coffin and sketch the cross and break it down. That's what I would do. Because I don't know how to draw every nose type. I would also have to do a bit of research myself, you know. Good. You do that indeed. There you go. Use Pinterest, or you could even just type something in Google as well, you know. Just say nose, type in a couple of noses and practice them with this framework. I'm sure you'll do all right. Yeah? Good. Okay, everyone. I'm going to wish you all a lovely evening, lovely dinner. Thank you to all of my moderators that were in the chat. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to my YouTube. That supports me a lot. I think, how many do I have to get? I don't know how many I have to get, but they give you these goals and stuff like that. So ice crisps, this will be posted on my YouTube channel. Thank you. It's getting better. I'm getting better. The good stuff is on its way. The good stuff is on its way. My YouTube is Art Walker. It's simply Art Walker. And you see my face again. You can't mistake me. Yeah? And the link is actually in my it's actually on my bio. Yeah, we've been 51 minutes, so unfortunately you'll have to watch it on YouTube. Yeah, you can watch the whole thing. I don't edit it, I just leave it as it is, so you can literally see every single thing, every step, which I think is the best. Good. Thank you very, very, very much for your time. Has anyone got any questions about what I've done up until now? Just very, very quickly. Anyone got any questions? It's up to you. Thank you for your help. I taught myself everything that I pretty much do. I always break it down very simplistically. I always try and turn, if I draw the face, so for example, this will help you when you draw a face, right? Because if we draw a face here, or a head, this line here is this line here, right? So if you start to get this kind of structure going in your artwork, these are just going to help you to place everything, to make everything symmetrical and so on. Because now all we have to do is, what do we place here? Bucky artist. I have done Bucky a few times. Some images. What do we place in the center? Let me check to see if everyone was paying attention. You're more than welcome, Mr. Lagalgan. The coffin, exactly, not the nose, Zach. What are you talking about? We add the coffin. You see? So when you're drawing, like someone said they're drawing a portrait, if you place your coffin, I know this sounds really weird, you place your coffin here in the center of the head, that gives you a good idea as to where everything belongs. Because we've got our coffin here, right? And then you can project these lines up here, like so. So these lines will be projected up here, like that, right? So that tells us where, oops, hold on. Good, sorry about that. The alarm went off. So this tells us exactly where our eyes belong. You see that? So now we've got a head, the eyes, we've got our limit here as to where the eyes should be, and these guidelines are perfect. And then you can draw quite a symmetrical head without overthinking it, purely because you've got your good guides in place. Is everyone getting that? I don't know what futa is. I have no idea. Where? A cross? Yeah, the cross is here. The cross and the coffin. Cross is the first thing. That is the cross, right? And then we do the coffin. So then we're going to label that number 1, and then we done number 2. So if I didn't say that, I apologize. But you do your cross and your coffin. Your cross and your coffin. Yeah? Yeah, if I can't see it, I can't really help you, unfortunately. It's difficult. It's difficult. Thank you, Mana and Splinters. I don't even know what futa is. I shouldn't say it just in case it's something bad. And thank you very, very much for the follows to all that are following me now. Good. Okay. I think we've pretty much done it now. Unless anyone has got any pressing questions, I will try and help you out quickly. It's your bad. What's your bad? Oh, is it? Ah, well, that's boring, isn't it? Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Someone asked about a nose from the top or not. You have to think about it. You have to think, what does a nose look like from the top? It's simply this. You see that? And these would be our ellipses here. Our ellipses would be here, and then obviously the face would be, and the eyebrows and whatever would be here. But now we have the bridge of our nose here. But this is where you have to understand this shape at different angles. The bridge is here, the bridge of the nose here. That's the bridge here. And then we'd have the rest of the head around here, whatever. But that's another, we'll do that another day. Funny ears. Good. This is the bridge of the nose, yeah? Thank you very much for the gift, Zeus. Good. Okay. Good. We've done literally 1 hour. And I think we've exhausted the subject, and I've exhausted you guys and girls. So I'm definitely going to wish you all lovely, lovely evening. This will be posted within the next hour or so. So check that out. For the first second. Bat. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get what you mean. Yeah. No, we're not drawing bats today. Not drawing bats. That's funny. There you go. Good. Okay, let me just say quick. Let me just have a quick read quickly. Good. Okay. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. Nice to see you all. Bye-bye.